do what I do. So this does not look to me like a place that I want to go. Matter of fact, and you dig a little deeper, you would think they would give us a pass because we black. But then when we get over there, it's my understanding that you treat these foundational black Americans who've endured centuries and centuries of sexual assault, women being impregnated by men that they didn't even know, men of all ethnicities, and those children being sold. You are then now sold by African brothers and sisters for profit, for a hog's head full of rum, for a keg of gunpowder, so they can go out and cause more mayhem. You are now telling us we are not black. You are telling us we are not African. Well, you know what? You're right. We're not. We're foundational black American. And you are the one that drew that distinction. And this is just the culmination of decades and centuries of black Americans not being accepted. There was a time when the country of Haiti petitioned to be part of the African Union, and the Africans in the African Union said, you are not black. You are not African. Now, when I look at the typical Haitian, they're pretty black. They're pretty dark. You cannot distinguish them, for the most part, from the Africans on the continent, the vast majority of them. And if you're going to tell them they're not black, well, you know what? Maybe we're not the same people. Or maybe we are. And if we are, then maybe what we need to do is show you better than tell you that we want what's coming to us back. So that's why I came up with the whole notion. I said, well, let's speak to them from a position of power. Let's go ahead and drop a couple of $1 trillion lawsuits on them. Let's get our American government to change the law like we do over here in the United States, and let's begin to seize their oil shipments and seize their bank accounts after we get these mighty judgments. And then we'll come back to the table and negotiate about this red tape. Either you're going to get your money back or you're going to cut this red tape for about 2 or 3 million of my foundational black American brothers and sisters so they can come home. And when they get over there, you're not going to buy them and take your land, or we're going to hold this oil and this money in trust. See, some people don't understand kindness and logic. Some people you have to negotiate with a stick. Some people you have to negotiate with a hard hand. You cannot negotiate. You don't negotiate with anybody unless you have a position of power over them. And so that's the whole long-term plan of my reparations. Let's sue Africa. I'm suing Africa, or the plan is to sue Africa so you black folks can have a position of power when you go back. Most people are too stupid to understand that. Most people say, you're suing Africa. Oh my God. Yes. We are Americans. We can do what the hell we want to do. And let me just run that back to you. This is America. Well, you can't. We can do whatever the hell we want to do in our country. And if you don't like it, you can go back over there. But us taking your oil and seizing your gold and diamonds and shutting you down, if we have to do that to make sure the 45 million black Americans are treated right, if they decide to go back to Africa to live, then that's what we're willing to do. And that's what I'm willing to do for my people. Nevertheless, again, that same lesson is not lost on Donald Trump. When dealing with Iran, some people, you have to deal with them with a harsh hand. So apparently for the past several months, we have been negotiating with We've been negotiating with Iran, and they've been stalling and pretending as though, yeah, we'll negotiate, which is a tactic they always use. We'll just wait till this administration gets out and we'll treat him like we treated the rest. But not DJ Trump, not 45-47. 45-47 said, give me 2 weeks. I'll think about it. And within 24 hours, he had destroyed all their nuclear, or the vast majority of their nuclear processing capability. And now, let's talk. You were stalling before, now you don't have anything to stall for. I took the toys away. Now what? And some of you all have a problem with that. Some of you all say, well, no, what was the what was the other option? To let these folk keep on building their nuclear capabilities? Is that a better option for you? And then they have more leverage? Some of you are too stupid to understand that the man is doing what's in the best interest of the United States. And if you live in the United States, if you're a citizen of the United States, especially my foundational black American brothers and sisters who have absolutely nowhere else to go, maybe a few of y'all, But the vast majority of the millions upon millions, the tens of millions of foundational black Americans, you don't have anywhere else to go. You couldn't go anywhere if you wanted to. So let this man do his job. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you hate Republicans. I want this man to be successful. If his goal is to make America safe, if his goal is to keep our enemies at bay, if his goal is to make sure that my boy is not drafted into the military, my boy who has already expressed to me that he's willing to go and fight for this country, God darn it, it's my job to make sure we try to deter that as best we can. And see, a lot of you all don't care. A lot of you all are crash out. Somebody in the chat room type crash out. Some of you will crash out. You don't have anything to live for. You don't even like yourself. Okay? You've used every excuse in the book for why you can't have and why this person doesn't deserve it and you deserve it, but you ain't. The only thing you haven't been willing to do is put hands and feet and mind and heart to work to get it how you live. And if you don't get something that you think you're entitled to, then you want to say, oh yeah, it's because of whatever ethnicity you may be today or whatever disability you say you have. But yet we got 1,700,000 millionaires in the black community. And we are people who came up out of slavery, not less than in Jim Crow, an oppression in 1965. So less than from having 2/3 of the population living below the poverty line 60 years ago to having 1,700,000 millionaires. 57% of black men reach middle class by the time they hit middle age, which means by the time you round about 30, you should have reached middle age. 57, that's more than half. That's just black men. Think about that. And so what are you complaining about? The vast majority of the poor people in the United States who are black are children and old people. And of course, you got some impoverished people, but you have money. You want to see, go ride through the hood any day of the week. You'll see people, they riding around. They got $50,000 in cars and clothes and jewelry and furniture in the house. So they're not poor. We're not a poor people. In fact, I believe the brother name is Nuri Muhammad. He was on a broadcast and said if black Americans were isolated and we just looked at our generating and spending power, we would be the ninth most powerful nation in the world as it comes to finance and income. So we are not a poor people. If you don't have money in the United States with all these different ways in which to make money, whether you're talking about selling clothes online, selling products online, it's because you have failed yourself. You don't have to work for anybody else. You don't have to do any. You can become a millionaire doing yard work. It's the truth. Look at these Mexicans and Latinos who come up to this country and don't know a darn thing. They don't know the culture. They don't know the language. All they know is what they've seen on television, seen in the movies, or heard on the radio. And yet they come up here and cut grass for $25, $30. And they end up making thousands and thousands of dollars a year. So if you out here disgruntled and angry, that's because you have a sense of entitlement. You think you're better than what you are, and you're not willing to do what you have to do by means of hard work to get what you're supposed to get. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what you have to say. And I'm not telling you there's not going to be obstacles. I'm going to tell you what my daddy told me. As a black man in America, you got to work twice and sometimes 3 times as hard to make the same, get to the same level of success of a white man of your equivalent. But that's all right. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love my life as a black man. I embrace the struggle. I embrace the pain, because when I look back at what I've had to overcome, I can look myself in the eye and say, yes, my ancestors would be proud of me. Because I fulfilled the promise. Well, my great-great-great-granddaddy, born into slavery, went to HBCU in Mississippi. For him to look back at me now, or look forward at me now and say, my great-great-great-grandson is a lawyer just like I am, having never even known about me until probably 2 years ago. I fulfilled the promise of my ancestors. And I didn't do it by some scandalous manner. I can look myself in the mirror. And this is the promise of America. This is the only country that I know that a person can come here dead broke. A person who comes from an impoverished group, a minority group, can build themselves up to some level of success. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. Lizzie King here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.